Alright, here we go. I am mostly done with my starter. Obviously this is not my end gamer, this is just my starter build, and it does all the content that I want a starter build to do. I have all my watchstones. I forgot that I get stunned when I'm below 25 rage. I took off war cries, so the war cries were keeping me above 25 rage at all times, so I would just pop in, war cry, and then it'd move me up to 20 rage. I'd war cry again, I'd be at 25 rage. But I decided to do Defiance instead because of the life leech in Defiance. There is a lot of life leech that you get from there. But as you see, my area of effect is pretty massive. You just kind of run around like this, swinging and winning. Now I would pop Berserk, but I don't have war cries, so I don't really get the bonus of being able to have permanent uptime on Berserk. When you got the war cries and you war cry on a boss, it pumps you back up to 130 rage. So I'm not going to be doing that. But it's pretty easy to fight these bosses. You don't really get to see the bosses, and you're not really fighting the bosses. You're kind of fighting the air in front of you, because you just swing the air in front of you, and then you hit the bosses, because you have all the AOE in the world. You are splitting planets in half with this AOE, but it makes for a pretty smooth and easy playstyle. You just kind of run around, and if you get some high priority targets that like really wreck you, you can, I'll do it right now. You can pop Berserk. You kind of want to angle yourself so your big ass cleave swings are hitting everybody. And then when you run out of Berserk, then it's just sad times. Like right now it's sad times. You want to put on your sand stance. There you go. Done and done. Now this isn't exactly where this build shines. You can do these pretty well. And this is my Atlas strategy. Now let's run some maps. We did some bosses. Let's run some maps. I had another map set up over here, but then I realized I had a toxic sewer, which has a bunch of poison damage, and I didn't really want to do the poison damage because I will die from poison damage. So I'm going to do well, that's a tier 15. Let's go to tier 16. I don't have all my favorite tier 16s. Let's see, I got a desert, a lookout. I think Jungle Valley should be fine. I don't have good chaos resistance right now, so I try to avoid bosses that have chaos damage, and chaos resistance is only negative 25. So Toxic Sewer gets a bit dangerous. And I'm doing the Maven event, which is pretty fine. Maven's alright. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Start in Sand Stance. And let's go. Now, I absolutely love this build. Might be my new go-to. Yeah, I'll go in with no rage. Again, if I had the war cries going, I'd be building my rage with the war cry, so I wouldn't come in here so dry. There might be a better way to get rage, but I just have to attack for a little bit. Do a little of this side attacks. Get my rage to 25 so I don't get stunned. There we go, and I'm 25. Swing my thing. Go to blood stance. Now again, if you want to be more defensive, Grace is the way to go. Eventually, I'm going to get a gold oil. I switched over to Blight, so I'm going to get a gold oil, and I'm going to anoint my amulet. Might even get a new one, a better one. Spin a couple divine on it. Try to get +1 to spells. I mean, +1 to all skills. See, this guy's being a jerk, but he's already dead. I should have berserked him. I'll berserk the next one, just so you can see how quickly it melts the boss. Oh, this one doesn't have a boss, so I won't berserk this one. I'll go to Sand Stance, though, so I can, you know, hang out on the next one and attack them from over here. Just over here minding my business. A whole screen away. Don't mind me. You don't need to be rude. You don't need to be rude. Chill yourself. Now this is really good. So I've picked my league content based on what this build is good for, and this build is really good for this kind of content. If you like doing whatever this is called, Harvest, this build is great for it. As you just saw, it just cleans it up. I'm not going to do more because it's a little boring, and I'm going to do some mapping. Let's start in Sand Stance. Oh, we have a fan. What do you have, fan? My food is ready. What did I get for food? Rotisserie chicken and bread. Alright, after this video, I will go get my food. Thank you. That was my imaginary wife. So you probably heard me talking to nobody because there was nobody there. A loser like me doesn't get married. I don't get ladies. Come on now. I only exist for Poe. Poe's my only girl. Or boy, you know. I don't judge. I don't kink shame. I do kink shame. Feet people. Get out of here. Get out of here with that shit. I don't know this map. I think I know Desert Spring, but not this one. He was already dead. I wasted that. Now, I do plan at some point to build a dedicated Rage Vortex of the Berserking. I'm just gonna, I need to call it something because I can't remember Rage Vortex of the Berserking. I should just say it's a Berserk Vortex. Or BV, but no, they got Blade Vortex. I don't know what to call it. I'm never gonna call it the right thing. And I can't just say Rage Vortex because, you know, there's a real Rage Vortex. And then I have, it's just, I got Rage Vortex of the Berserking and Berserk. So when I try to talk about which one I'm using, it's a challenge for my tiny little pea-sized brain here. But this build just feels really good. It feels like you're just sweeping the map. Sweeping the map. Let's sweep the map. Oh, there's still bosses. Visual clarity with this build is at the maximum. You can see everything at all times. It feels really good with Grace. It feels really good with Haste as well. And once I anoint Charisma, I should be able to run Haste and Grace at the same time, or Grace and Pride. But right now I don't quite have the efficiencies for that, so I need a little bit more efficiency, and that is really going to change the I'm already done with this map. That's going to change the dynamic of this map. I mean this build. I still have work on the mind. It's a little hard to talk after you just get off of work. Get off of work, pop into POE. Alright, Lookout. I think this map is really good for this build, if I remember correctly. I can never remember what the maps are until I'm in the map, except for a few exceptions. I think Lookout is the one with the little trails, the wooden planks, like looks like a dock. Or maybe it's a lookout. Yeah, this one. This one's pretty good for this build. I'm gonna pump it up. T16 pumped up. You can see what it's like. I just turned off my war cries, as I said. So it's gonna take me a while to get used to getting stunned while under 25 rage. Because the war cries always kept me above 25 rage, except for at the very end of Berserk. Oh, I saw something. What are you guys? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You guys having fun? You just hanging out and then some jackass comes and kills you? You're just hanging out in the darkness with all your bros, and then all of a sudden this jabrownie comes and kills you. And I ain't no Quinn, so I ain't gonna die like a bitch. Like a little pussy. I would have avoided that death completely. I saw exactly how he died. He died by sucking. He could have totally dodged that unseen, unnoticeable attack that would be impossible to see and dodge if he had Ultra Instinct like I do. Quinn just lacks Ultra Instinct. He needs to train more. He needs to do some gamer training. MLG shit. Because without Ultra Instinct, this game's actually pretty hard, because you'll die from attacks that you can't see, that aren't there, or that are imaginary. Like fight an imaginary ghost. That'll happen. Unless you got Ultra Instinct and you can just sense the danger coming. Like right there, I would have died. That was a chaos attack, but you know, I'm too good. Ultra Instinct. Oh, fuck these bodies. Why are you making noise? Did I level up again? No. He was just making noise. I don't know how to level up my final level. And as I said, I haven't had the fortune of watching too many videos. Aside from Quinn's death, I did see that. Fucking ridiculous. Okay, these guys are bad boys. Look at these bad boys. They got all kinds of mods. So let's Rage of the Berserking, Berserk. Oh yeah, look how tanky these bad boys are. I can't. 60, 40, 30, run away, run away. I gotta run away and build up more rage before I get stunned and die. 15, 23, there we go. Let's just cast this and this again. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Should have charged up more. Now the AOE gets a little awkward because if there's anything in front of you, it won't count. Like, there's a tiny pillar in front of you, despite the fact that your your Cleave is covering the entire screen, it won't hit him. So if I like go like right here, he goes around that corner just a little bit, I won't be hitting him. Oh, those were good. Those are bad boys. Yeah, trying to kill me, picking up loot, as always. Alright, let's try to play a little quicker. I'm gonna avoid this, juice. I always harvest. I'm gonna avoid that harvest just because it's boring to go in there. So this is typically what my maps look like. I got some boring ass TV show like One Piece or, you know, Person of Interest. Some TV show on my third monitor, and I just sweep. I just come here and just sweep all day long. Just sweep up the floor. Get that shrine. For some reason the shrine icons have like sometimes not been there. Pretty sure it wasn't there that time. Now a good way to play it is to kind of walk through the enemies, and anything that's straggler you just turn around and throw a couple swings that way. Now it's a little awkward because I'm using precise technique, so when I take this skill, I get way more AoE. If I put it on Sand Stance, you can't even see where my Cleave is. It's so far off the screen, but I'm doing less damage because of the accuracy. The final product of this build probably shouldn't use precise technique, but precise technique is so much damage for the league start that I almost always take it. It's so much easier just to get accuracy instead of crit, because in order for crit to equal 40% more damage, it does take quite a bit of investment. You got to get your crit chance up. Swing, 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 swing. I was supposed to go fast, and then I forgot that I was supposed to go fast. Okay, these guys are all pumped up too, so I pumped them. I think they're still getting pumped up. I don't really know how the pump up works. I don't know if you run out of juice or if it just pumps everything in the map, but they should be pumped up. It's a really good map for this build because these bosses are also excellent. You just cover the whole screen, they drop more, you cover the whole screen. It's never a good idea to stand still, so if you can do like a stutter step, you lose a little bit of deeps from not swinging constantly, but you'll stay alive better. And now that all the bosses are up, let's take care of business. I couldn't move if I tried. There's like 1,000 grasping vines on me. And I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna drop that portal. I didn't get the portal. There's just too much shit on the ground sometimes. And I'm not gonna go back for it. You gotta time it right. You gotta time it right. And since they were juiced up, and I kind of forgot when I went in there, I didn't do enough damage. So if you juice up your enemies, you gotta wait to drop that berserk until you're sure you can kill them. So let's not juice up this map. Get to my 130 rage. Now, I can get to 135 rage once I level up my Wisp thing again, and that's going to be even more juice, even more madness, even more AOE, but then I'm going to eventually switch to a Psychotic Axe, which is going to drop my rage to an extra 5, so it'll make up for it. But I've been struggling trying to roll a good Psychotic Axe. Struggling big time. You can also kind of let some of the enemies follow you. Like if you just want to just swing it, and they'll follow you around. So that way you're not holding still fighting one enemy. Or you can hold still and fight the one enemy. And once I get all my rage generation methods up, I'll be popping Berserk a lot more. Because it won't take me nearly as long to charge it back up. But I'll pop Berserk for this guy. Right here. So, Rage Vortex Berserk. Oh yeah, that's just nice. Essence. Free essence. Let's sweep the streets. Let's sweep the streets. What map is this? Jungle Valley? And since I'm using Destructive Play, you also kind of want to wait till the other bosses drop before you drop your Berserking and Rage of Berserk. Actually, I'm just going to do Berserk and not Rage of Berserking. Rage Vortex of Berserking. Alright, let's pop Berserk. See, it's pretty smooth. It's obviously not the fastest build, it's not the most damage, but I am still pretty early in the league, and there is a lot I can do to up this damage, to up these numbers. Now let's go ahead and run this guy. Reflect Fizz, that's fine. Oh, can't regenerate. Rude. What about you? Movement speed, attack speed's always rough on bosses, but that should be fine. That should be fine. Let's run that. What's my rucksack looking like? Oh, you're full. Rucksack! Gotta love the rucksack. I didn't like it at first because I don't like the way it looks when it stays open. But once I found that I could just put currency in there and then any currency I pick up goes right into the rucksack, it's been a dream. Rucksack's great. Get to my 130. I'm trying to do, like, group them all together and find a shrine, but there's no shrine to be had. I don't really know what that mod is, but there's a new mod where they turn gold. I don't know if it's new. They turn gold and then they're basically invulnerable or invincible. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it does. I don't remember seeing it last league. That degen. I need a little bit more life regeneration somewhere. I don't know where I get it. I guess I can get more life. And that might... No, that won't work because the more life I have, the more I degen. So I do need more life regeneration rate. Oh, another shrine. Let's go in there. Let's see if we can kill him before he phases with double shrine. Oh, I got that life. We're gonna have to get rid of that one. So I do my 40% more damage. Oh, shit. I thought it was the poison boy. But it's the let's wait until all your rage vanishes boy. Yeah. I mean, we get it. Hurry the fuck up. Look at you. You're just hanging out. All you're doing is removing my rage stacks. Hurry the fuck up. Come on. 102. You're dropping my rage, buddy. I'm gonna start in Sand Stance. This guy's kind of dangerous. 88, 87. Oh my god. Come on now. Come on now. I have like a 5 or 10% chance to bleed. And that bleed's pretty nice, because you hit them with that bleed, and then they follow you around, and then they get moving. It's not that insignificant of damage for a simple mod of getting 5%. Easy peasy. That was a pretty good demo of what I got for this build. Do I got any... I haven't fought Sirius yet, and I just got enough for Sirius, so let's do some Sirius. Let's seriously do some Sirius. And I'm a little fast, so I think I might take off... Hey, actually, I'll leave haste in, and I'll just go grab my pride. I'm gonna do pride, because pride is obviously going to be way more damage than haste. Pride. Switch out you for you. There we go. There we go. And let's get cereal. Now the trick with Sirius is to never get hit, to never die, and to do all of the damage. So I'm gonna never get hit, I'm never gonna die, and I am gonna apply all of my damage. Because you know what? I got my boy shorts on, and they're so high they're above the knee. Look at these little boy shorts, and my little saggy, wet skin suit, which somehow like blends with the helmet perfectly here in the back. It's hard to see, but like the back of the neck, it kind of looks like the helmet and the skin suit merge. Look at that, goes right into each other. Yeah, I mean, a good portion of Path of Exile is standing around, listening to the same people talk over and over and over again. They really need to start streamlining this shit and getting rid of all this dialogue that they work so hard to put in, and a campaign skip. So, I mean, I know I'm petty and small, and I don't need this dude to tell me about it. I know. I don't need you to tell me about it. Ooh, that's rough without haste. But once I get my rage stacks up, haste probably might have been the better option, because I forgot he phases. I might as well do this since he's gonna phase on me. I'm gonna have to start that whole thing over. I'm gonna put haste on. There's one. There's 2, and then we got 1 more. Oh, he's dropping early, or I missed one of them. Now, Pride's great because with that 5% bleed chance, and then you're on that Pride, it increases the physical damage, so you're even doing more with that tiny little bleed. And I don't know why I'm obsessed with the fact that you give yourself 5% chance to bleed, and you make the enemies bleed. It's not that new of an experience, but, you know, I don't know why I like it. Alright, let's see if we can, mid-battle, I'm gonna swap back to Pride. Swap back to Pride. Or a swap, new tech. I guess I wouldn't have ran out of rage that quickly. Oh, they shortened that. They had to have shortened that phase, right? Oh, you dick. Wasted that fucking berserk. Wasted it. Should have waited for him to drop the meteor before I popped it. Don't mind me, just sitting with all of the AOE, hitting you from across the screen. Oh, here we go. Phase, baby. Shoot your shot. There you go. Shoot your shot. Shoot your other shot. And then come down. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. Get down here. Come on. Stop playing around. Stop being cheeky. Starting sand stance. Just in case he came down with the vengeance. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I don't think Berserk is the right call. And I don't think I can leap slam through those, so I got a degen on me. Oh, damn. How come that didn't kill me? See, trick is don't get hit. It may seem like I got hit, but I didn't. I avoided all of those. I'm not Quinn. Fucking loser. Fuck it. Oh, that. See, that's why I don't leap slam. Too much attack speed. I'll leap slam like 10 times from a single click. Just press that button once. Double leap slam. So I did this deathless. We're gonna ignore. I mean, nothing happened. I'm gonna edit that out. I'm just gonna edit out that death, and you're just gonna see a cut to Sirius being dead. That's what you're gonna see. I think I'm just gonna put blink on. Frost blink. I am not good enough to do this leap slam with all that rage. And I'm too slow. Oh, that leap slam didn't go anywhere. That leap slam didn't go anywhere. Oh my god, you are so annoying. You're the most annoying. Well, no, not really. Maven's the most annoying. I want a berserk on him, but once I do, yep, he'll do something like this. Or this. 90% of this fight is not fighting the boss. To me, it is a very bad boss design, because when you fight a boss, you should be fighting a boss, not having the boss have a bunch of invisibility phases. But that's just me. Maybe people really like when you can't target the boss and the boss goes invisible. Oh, there we go. I can do it here. Oh, you dick. Yeah, not berserking is key. Come on, nerd. I mean, I could let those things hit me or dodge them and attack through them, but I don't want to. A deathless Sirus Battle. Oh, map favorites. So that was flawless. This build is fantastic. It's great. It's so fun to play. It's really cheap. Let's price this out. Let's price it out. Weapon. One chaos. Weapon. I gotta close it. Weapon. Weapon. 3 chaos. Body armor. Well, it's 6 linked. 4 divine. So we get rid of the 6 link. 1 chaos. And then these are going to be pretty pricey. They probably won't even have any that match just because they're so weird. Let's just do spell suppress, life resistances, a divine. I freaking made this bad boy. This one I bought. 20C, I think. Yep, 20C. This ring I found, so I'm not going to price it out, but let's see what it costs to get the vulnerability tag now. I didn't even price this out. Where is it? Max life, right here. Synthesis, vulnerability on hit. Oh, damn. Okay, that was a great find to get vulnerability on hit on the top. I need to re-roll this. It's got the 15 all res, which is keeping me alive, the accuracy, and the life, but the other 2 nodes are just dead. So 2 dead nodes. I can't quite re-roll it just yet because I don't have enough essence. You're nothing special. Chaos res, life recoup, but you're probably pricey. I found this one as well. Let's see what we got here. A divine. Life. Intelligence. Life regeneration. Those are the key ones. Oh, and spell suppress, obviously. There's nothing. Let's get rid of the life regeneration rate. I bought these ones. I don't remember what I paid for them. It was only a few C, between 20 and 50. Nothing more than that. You are my weakest link, I believe. I have you just for your intelligence, mostly. So, strength, dex, and let's see what we got. Like 40 chaos, a divine. You know, not too shabby. Not too shabby. And then let's see what Bear Grylls is going for. 5 chaos now. I paid 80 on day 1 for that. That's the build. And my jewels, there's nothing special. Attack speed. This is a 5% chance to bleed. I was so excited about. Double res. We got accuracy, life, mono reservation, efficiency. Another 5% chance to bleed. I really like that. Just that splash of blood. That splash of blood, like it's that time of the month. That's the build. Now, there's several ways you could build this build. Obviously, I prefer to start with this helmet. I've been trying real hard to try to get +2 to AOE skills. If you get +2 to AOE skills on this bad boy, that is like somewhere between 12 and 20% more damage on top of everything you have. And this helmet is so good as a starter because it's always 1 chaos. And if you take a look at these stats and you cut them in half, like if your body armor had 10 to 15 physical damage, 150 life, 10% chance to gain endurance charge when you block, 6% block, and we can just, the gym slots, you can just pretend that that's a 6 link. It is so powerful. This is so powerful. And I don't see anyone really using it. People get it, and then they sell it. As a starter, this is a 7 link for 1 chaos. You can't beat this as a melee build. You just can't. It's the most power you can get for 1 chaos. It is. Any melee build you have, you pop this helmet on, it's going to feel great. Faster attack speed makes it feel great. Blind gives you a ton of defense. If you pop on Blind, Grace, and Flesh and Stone and Sand Stance, dude, you're a god. You are so tanky. You are so tanky. So evasive. And then you throw spell suppression on there. You are good. A very large ring at 11. This should be pricey. Let's go 33. Well, you can turn on the... I have a calculator button? Holy shit, I got a motherfucking calculator button on my nice ass cherry keyboard. I did not know that. My mic sits in front of my keyboard, so I have no clue what keys I'm hitting most of the time. Negative 33. 65 chaos, it looks like. Very large. Let's take a look what we can do with it. Can I do anything special? Oh, very large is huge. Huge. I think I would need a large. If I can get a large, I can, when I path down to the bottom, I could totally grab this and this, and I think maybe even that one. And then I don't even need to path up here to get these, because these are all just so damn strong. I really like the way Path of Exile designed. Obviously, I'm done with the build guide. If you don't want to hear me ranting about dumb shit, just bounce on out. You're done. This is it. You're done. Good job. Now, I'm going to rant about some cool shit I like about Path of Exile. All these starter areas are always so strong. Like 20 dex, ignore all movement penalties from armor, global accuracy, and attack speed. And 10% attack speed is nothing to laugh at. This is an amazing node. And then this node, 8% life, 24% increased evasion and armor. If you're playing a build that stacks both evasion and armor, super good. And then this, strength, strike range, melee physical damage, regeneration, life regeneration. All very solid. Now, one thing that crushes my soul and my heart is that there's no masteries in these bad boys. This should be a two-handed mastery, and then I mean, yeah, two-hander, and this should be a dual-wielding mastery. This should be a projectile mastery, and this should be a shield mastery. And I don't like that they aren't. I don't. Now let's go over here. 20 dex, 20 int, a double attribute stacker, 5% movement speed. There's not a lot of movement speed in the game, and accuracy. This is a phenomenal node. I think it used to have crit chance, and I think they got rid of that because it was just too good. And then this one, 10% maximum life, 10 strength, 20 life. Excellent node. Flat physical damage, 26%. That's great because you can use this for exsanguinate and all kinds of different builds that use physical damage, including like bleed. So that's really strong. These bad boys, this is one of the best life nodes in the game. 10% life with a 30 flat. That is excellent. This guy is shockingly good. You wouldn't expect it, but you got 15% increased damage, 5% increased attack speed, and a double stat. That alone is good enough. But then you got 15% increased minion damage, and if you happen to swang up on here and you make your minion damage count for you, that is a 30% damage, 5% attack speed, 10% strength and intelligence. This one's a bit of a dud a lot of times because I don't use a lot of energy shield, but it is kind of strong because of the life regeneration. But it's kind of duddy. It's a little duddy. There's the first duddy one. Now, I've never ran these, but the 20 strength, the 20 dex is pretty nice, and the 10 all res is pretty nice. But this one before it, I think used to also have double attribute, but they got rid of it. I used to grab it when they both had double attributes. 8% life, 12% mana, shockingly good. You wouldn't expect that 12% mana to do much, but it does a ton. Like right now, I am pathed into here, and this extra mana, like grabbing just a couple extra mana nodes is so beneficial if you're using something like Precision. Precision takes 150 mana, and normally I'd be at like 700 mana, but now I'm at 1,000 just because I grabbed one mana node. So I always try to grab a mana node and then get this 12% mana reservation efficiency. I think this is a really good node. And if you're using Pride, this 10% increase effect of non-curse auras from your skills on enemies, Pride counts that. So this is increasing the damage Pride does. And I think this also counts as an aura. I'm pretty sure a banner is an aura. Let me see. Can we get the gym tags? Where's my banner? My banner. Where's my Bruce? Where's my Bruce banner? Here we go. It's an aura. It's got the aura tag. So it's also improving Dread Banner, which is giving me Impel effect, and enemies have less accuracy. So let's talk about the evasion aspects of this. So all the enemies are blind when they're in close range of blood and flesh and stoned. Nearby enemies are blinded while in sand stance. You take 50% less damage from attacks from enemies that aren't nearby while in sand stance. So 15% less damage from ranged attacks, and nearby enemies are blind. Blinded enemies take like 20%. They have 20% less accuracy and evasion. So I'm hitting them better and they're hitting me less. And my evasion now, without grace, is nothing impressive. It is only 22% chance to invade. I have no extra, like no special invasion going on here. But with sand stance and making the enemies blind, my evasion shoots way up. Why? Oh, I took my jewel off. I forgot I was exploring this. Oh, I also was in the middle of doing this and bragging about how cool these nodes are. So this one's a bit duddy in the middle area because it, I mean, 10% life is fine, and you know, 20, never mind, that's not duddy. That's great across the board. This one's also pretty good, but this one is really strong. A flat 20 damage, 20% crit, double stat, 10% increased attack speed, double stat, and then this block here is one of the most powerful blocks in the game if you're a one-hander doing elemental damage starting as Fizz. 20 Fizz, 40 crit, 30% increased damage with ailments and attack speed, and 20% damage with one-handers. Damage over time and skill effect duration. And this right here might be one of my favorite nodes. It's a little awkward to path into, especially when you get to this little block here. Nothing hurts me more than having to go here and then here, or up and then over and then down and then over. It's just so awkward and I hate doing it. But this node is excellent. I love move speed. If you're doing a physical and chaos damage, this is bonkers. That is bonkers. I really like the fact that if you really wanted to make a build that just travels this little mid zone, you can, and there's just everything you need. This one's a pretty much a dud for the most part. Out of all of them, I think this one's the worst. You can get a lot of use out of this Primal Spirit, a little bit of use out of Heart of Oak because of the regeneration of life if you use the flask in the past 10 seconds. But sometimes you don't want to be, I mean, you don't want stun avoidance, like if you're doing Blood Notch, and then you can't grab it. So I would rank this one the bottom out of all of these. But anyways, you could totally do a build that just follows this path line, and you'll be grabbing all of these sockets. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 easy sockets, and it's probably not that terrible of a strategy. It'll be memey and to just go through and grab them all, but it'll be pretty cool. Anyways, that I believe is enough ranting. I was gonna check. I'm already there. There's no point in grabbing that. Nothing good there. Can I just, oh, I can just highlight it. I don't need to, I don't know if that's a new change, but I don't need to actually socket it anymore. I can just highlight it. Very large. You are going crazy. Oh, it's better to put it in. Can't grab that Fizz. Nah, nothing good there. And that's all I got. Those are the only 3 sockets I got. I mean, can you even put it in here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm running without a socket. I don't have another jewel. And my currency is very weird right now. I'm sitting on my currency. I got 2 divine and 13 chaos. Make sure I don't got lingering chaos in here. That is all. I got nothing else. Oh, I was gonna price this out. 49 chaos. I don't usually use those very often. I'll just hold on to that for now. That's the build. Massive AOE, a lot of fun to play, good movement speed, gets a little ham with the leap slam, because I can't control it, ma'am. Let's do a couple delves while we, you know, get on out of this video that I'm making here. Get on out of the video, because delve is another league mechanic with this build that is just excellent. It's just good. It is good. I think I'm heading this way. Pride. Let's fuck pride. Let's put haste back on. Oh, now that I'm not using war cries, I can put Vol haste right there. And again, if you're MLG, you can just be like, leap, 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 but leap never goes where I want it to. It just gets stuck on everything. I don't know what I'm doing. I watch other people play leap slam, and they're just perfectly fine. But for me, I'll get stuck on, like, this. I'll get stuck on the tiniest little things, and it just doesn't work well for me. I don't like leap slam. See, I did a double cast. I pop Berserk. Because why not? And then I'm probably going to die because I'm out of rage and I'm going to get stunned. Swing the other way! Yeah. Oh well. Shouldn't pop Berserk, but I wanted to have a little bit of fun. You pop Berserk and you run out of rage and then you get stunned and then you die, and that's how the build goes. So it's probably better if I just took Berserk off. I die more from... Well, when I'm trying to level up, I pop out haste completely and I throw Grace on. So then when I do pop Berserk, I got really high evasion with all my defensive layers. And it's only a matter of time until I get my gold oil. I could go buy one, but I don't want to buy one. I'm spec'd into Blight, so it's only a matter of time. I got 3 opalescents. I got 2 silver. I'll get my gold, and then I will be able to run haste and grace, or pride and grace, or pride and haste if I want to be crazy. That is all. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy this build a lot. I've had a fantastic league start. This has been excellent. I cannot wait to try out my next skill. Let's do a demo of my next skill. What build am I gonna do next? Oh, we know what I'm doing next. We all know. I'm doing Lacerate of the Butchering. Boom. Let's put that right here on my left click, and let's put on a one-hander. I don't got any good... I mean, a two-hander. I don't got any good two-handers. Two-hander, two-hander, two-hander. Where are you? Swords. What's a... You? We'll do you. Let's pop that on there. And let's just do a little bit of... Let's do a little bit of Lacerate real quick. Little bit of Lacerate. Do I no longer have haste? Haste was in here, wasn't it? Let's pop that into here. Everything else I'm fine not having. Look at that fucking AOE. Look at that AOE. I don't want to waste a high tier map just to do a quick little race course. Just do a little quick race. Let's take a look at what this is going to look like. Now again, I'm spec'd into axes and all that jazz. So this isn't going to do jack for damage, but I just want to like give you a preview for what's coming next. We definitely want this to be footprints. What's coming next is a map with no enemies. Look at that. Look how far I've traveled. I haven't seen a single bro. Look at that. Look at that range. This is a ranged fucking build. I love it. Attack speed is pretty low, but once that rage gets cooking, it's going to fix that attack speed problem. The Slayer might have issues with attack speed because it doesn't quite get the same attack speed as getting 130 rage. But the Slayer's got a lot of extra kit. It's gonna be real nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you could just tap it to do a single attack, which might not be the right call, so you might have to wait a couple seconds. Oh, I think I can rock this with multi-strike as well. Oh god, look at that. Look at that. Lacerate of butchering. It's gonna be great. Oh, I lost some rage, so I'm only at 105. I don't need to do the arena. Look at those waves. Look at those waves. And the quality's not even up. When the quality goes up, it's gonna be bonkers. I kind of wish I would have started Lacerate of Butchering because this is so cool. This is, look at the range. I don't even, a good way to find the range, because like when I was doing full max AOE, the build I just demoed with all the Carcass Jack is what I actually run right now. And the video I did before with the bad audio, that's not what I actually run, because I had a blue socket in it, and it had increased area of effect. And I don't actually run that because it's so unnecessary. But when you do a blighted map, you can actually look at your mini map, and because the blighted map puts little red dots on the enemies, you can actually see how far back your attack range is. And when I had the ultra attack, if you see my little square here, it was like right there. So it was almost, it was like a little over a screen and a half. So if I'm standing right here, it's probably right where this crafting bench is how far the cleave was hitting. And you can tell that because of the knockback, Lion's Roar. So you hit that knockback and it'll show you like the area in which you can do it. And I'll probably ought to do a video with the blighted map because this build is really good for blighted map as well. Let's put this back on. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed. No, let's not destroy that. Let's keep that. Nope. All right. Check y'alls later.